Through trials and tribulations, you have prevailed. Your spirit is unbreakable, never derailed. With a rich heritage and culture and grace, Liberia, you are the land we embrace.
You are welcome to the Bottomline Liberia.
And on a beautiful Friday evening like this one, we want to say you're welcome to the Bottomline Liberia discussions from across Europe. Paul the Lord Triple is in London. Mr. Maurice Yakuba Dolly is way there to the upper part of England, and it's called Manchester. I'm on the other side in the north, Norway, the Royal Kingdom of Norway. Very cool. I want to say welcome to each and every one of you joining us for the first time tonight, or if this is your regular home, I want to say welcome on a beautiful Friday evening. The time is exactly 36 minutes after 9 o'clock from my end, and it's because of some makeups. We have to make some makeups up on the show, and that's why we are coming late. But we are always in the range of 9 o'clock, 9:30, and stuff like that, which is very good to give our viewers the opportunity to also settle and get ready for the show. Today is the 19th of the 12th month of the year 2025, meaning we got something like 12 more days, I think, to go. If my arrangement is correct, because December is 31 days, so we got 12 more days to go, which is less than 2 weeks. Gentlemen, how are you doing, and how is the Christmas preparation from your side?
Good evening, gentlemen, and good evening to our audience. I am doing extremely good. It's good to be among the living, and I want to give thanks to the Almighty for being here today. Yeah, the Christmas spirit is moving ahead as usual in Europe. There's a lot of shopping for Christmas to give gifts and buy plenty of drinks and food, eat on Christmas Day, and then watch television and all the Lala story comes about the jokes and everything. Some family argue. Some people don't like to see each other on that day. They meet, they make up. So yeah, we're looking forward to the Christmas. And yes, yeah, stay home with the kids, family, and have fun. And as the kids grow up, we hardly see them. So when they all gather, that's where you get all the stories from around the world, what they have been up to. So this is where Christmas is all about. Share wonderful time together, and then look forward to the new year. But guys, pretty soon will be 2026. It's good to be here. You mute your Limpo.
Okay, Mr. Yakuba Dole, I know you celebrate Christmas, but not officially. But that day, I know you celebrating. Yeah. So tell us, what are you doing? Are you going to celebrate, or you just going
Yeah,
to go silent?
definitely. I'm going to celebrate, and I always celebrate Christmas based because my wife is a Christian, well devoted Christian. We celebrate with the family because she's the head of our families in UK. All her late sisters, younger brothers, nieces, and things, then they come to our house. We celebrate together. So we are making a serious preparation for the Christmas celebration, and we always do it. We always devise gifts, Christmas gifts to our nieces and grandchildren and stuff and things. So basically, we are preparing for the Christmas, and we're going to celebrate it joyously. So we will celebrate with our families and relatives and stuff. So I'm glad to be here tonight, and as usual, we the bottom line, we do public story. We say things as you see it. You don't like it or you don't like it, that's your business. But we will tell you how we see things. Because It's not necessary as a public relation officers to mislead people, to give misleading information. Tell the people the actual truth, the hard truth. At least people will have some regard for you. Thank you very much, Mr. Lanfos and Brother Churpley. Glad to be with you guys tonight.
And we are glad to be here too. And Paul, you mentioned something about the Christmas, how they, everybody will gather together. That's when, we hear all the long stories from behind. Even some people who have not been talking for long, who call us speech, know that two things can bring us together, right? In a wedding or some happy occasion, like maybe birthday or Christmas and thing. But the main one that can bring people together is death. When somebody, your parents be talking for years, you're fair with each other, but when your father or your mother, you kind of have a big crack. That one language you're speaking, that one language, you can unite people. So I just experienced it. So I know what I'm talking about. So it's a good day to be here, guys. Let me say welcome to our viewers, Bataki, it's another. My man Bataki, you are the computer man for this program, so we always recognize you. And let's welcome those of you who are just joining us for the first time. Vanny Foley and Terry, Dally Boy, David. There is always somebody new coming. Terry and Vanny, we ask you to share the show. All you need to do, just click on the link and invite your friends. Let them watch too. The same way you can share your pictures and all that stuff. We are here. Our platform is called the Bottomline Liberia Discussions. We are here every Tuesday and Friday, and we come to you at I think 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock Liberia time. I don't know the time in Liberia, because we drop our hour by one hour, so that's why it confuses me. I don't know whether we're 2 hours ahead now or 1 hour ahead. I don't know, but in any case, the moment you like our page and subscribe to it, anytime we come on in the day, in the night, anytime you get a prompt, you get a ping to let you know that we are on. So this is where we are all the time, and we hope that you can make it your home too. Or like one of our co-producers said, here we don't fabricate. I mean, we don't manufacture any story. No, we say it as it is from our own point of view. So we say welcome to you and Merry Christmas in advance and Happy New Year in advance. So, Paul, we want to run us through some of what we got tonight to talk about so that our viewers will know. And then we're going to take a quick musical break. We share the show and then we'll get back.
Well, thank you, Linford, and thanks to our guests for being with us. For those of you who joining us for the very first time, this is the Borderland Discussion Live, and we're based in Europe. Yeah, so now we'll be looking at why is it that the EU country want to give Russia access money over $2.2 billion to Ukraine. That's the question, and the whole EU is divided. We'll be looking at that on the international scene. And then we'll move on to Liberia. This issue about my sister, my refugee sister, Medela Cooper. Is she real? Is she for real? That's the question. This is the woman that got married to a Senegalese yesterday, and today now she married to Richard Combs. What's going on in Liberia? That's the social issue we're looking at. And then the program will end on Joseph Numa Barker, His Excellency Joseph Numa Barker. His 2-hour interview today at ALBS. Did Joseph Barker tell us the truth what's going on, or he tried to mislead the public as usual? So those are the questions that are on the table tonight, my brother. That's what we'll be looking at tonight. Happy Friday and Merry Christmas to all.
Thank you so much, Paul, for that lineup. And we believe there's going to be exciting tonight, great discussions. Everything that we'll be talking about, some of you have heard it. And like we always say, you have heard it, you even know it better than us, but we are going to discuss it from our own perspectives because every one of us listen, hear, and see from different angles. So we're going to take a quick musical break, and when we get back, then we'll be going directly into our discussion. So we urge you to sit down, grab a cup of coffee, or if you somewhere where you can have fun, have some fun and we're going to come back very quick to continue the program on the show.
Papi ENT, baby. Give me that, give me that. To my baby. Boy, give me that, give me that. We get soccer, we get dresser, we get Scooby-Doo. We get Casabonne like Jackie Foam. We get Palopo, we get Slick when we get BBQ. If you say you grown up, I say I grown up too. Boy, anything like open while I flag and die inside. So Jebby there, you Jebby talking plenty. If you feel you're not enough, then you want photo copy. Boy, you and your grown up man, it can make me scary. Lying for ya, boy, lying for ya. If you feel you more than me, then lying for ya. Lying for ya, boy, lying for ya. If you feel you too much chronic, lying for ya. Lying for ya, boy, lying for ya. If you feel you more than me, then lying for ya. Lying for ya, boy, lying for ya. If you feel you too much chronic, lying for ya. When Grona Messi, Grona me, Grona make it hard. Look at Johnny Pikin, one can eat show on my block. Y'all to tell us some of back into my myself. Let them know they real casa on the block. Because you came to go, you will see them all around you just to eat your suso. You see tell like Yamo play, you tell like Lulu. Even if your phone not on, they blowing fire for you. Kawa, I'm making you so lazy. I live my life, and get no Oma and Pape. Boy, anything like open while I flag and die inside. So Jebby there, you Jebby talking plenty. If you feel you're not enough, then you want photo copy. Boy, you and your grown up man, it can make me scary. Lying for ya, boy, lying for ya. If you feel you more than me, then lying for ya. Lying for ya, boy, lying for ya. If you feel you too much chronic, lying for ya. Lying for ya, boy, lying for ya.
Through trials and tribulations, you have prevailed. Your spirit is unbreakable, never derailed. With a rich heritage and culture and grace, Liberia, you are the land we embrace.
You are welcome to the Bottomline Liberia.
Okay, we want to say welcome again, and we go directly into our discussions. So, whatever you're doing, we ask that you give us your undivided attention and be a part of the show. You can also go to the comment box and leave your comments. What we do here is we do respect people. So, if you are making any comments about me, about any of the producers, or even about any government official or anybody that we are discussing, make your comment, but make it with respect. We don't want anybody coming here to abuse anybody. That's what we don't do here. That's the only strong law we got here. So we want to say welcome. Paul, we live in the EU, and we see that there has been war way to the other end of Europe, close to Russia. And this war started few months, in fact, over a year ago. And everybody's thinking, when is this war going to be over? But it seems as though there is no end, because some people want this war to last because it is in their interest, and some people want the war to end. But it seems as though no effort, no concerted effort. I mean, that all the EU countries will say, okay, we are ready today for this war to end, or we are ready today to fight this war and let it be over. But the war is continuing. People are dying. Every day we learn new things happening. And we are hearing that they want to even take the war to another level. When I say they, we mean the other EU countries. They want to take the war to another level by seizing Russia's assets to give it to Ukraine. I mean, if me and Padoli, the three of us here, me and Padoli are fighting, and then you, Paul, you're supposed to be there to say, okay, you're stop. But you don't do it. You say, okay, what I will do, say, Linford get shoe and he kicking Padoli away. I'll take a shoe from him and give it to Padoli. You think you want that war to end? Explain to me. And I think there's a video that will be, but just I want us to throw light on it.
But Linford, you are absolutely spot on. You see, if somebody want peace, the first thing they do, they will call both parties together and say, look, this thing have to stop by all means. But the fact is that you, as you supposed to be the peacemaker, you took side with somebody and you decide to say, okay, then this guy is bigger than you. I will phone you. I will arm you. So this guy got what they call collars. Because he got collars, I will give you so you can be even with him. But instead of you calling, then say, look, gentlemen, let this thing stop. No, but you took side. And the moment you took side, the other guy now become more aggressive on you. This is a situation that Europe have found themselves in. They don't want any peace. But I always say on the show, after every 100 years, the Europeans have a way of hating each other. So it's that time. If you look out when World War II ended, it closed on 100 years. So they want to kill each other again, and then there'll be another peace. Then there'll be another United Nations after destruction. Then they'll go again for 100 years. So the guys in Europe don't want peace. And this is the bottom line. Now, you have 32 countries called NATO that decide to form a country which is now part of NATO to fight somebody that they classify to be a bukuman in the entire world. That their propaganda machine are there over and over. When we were kids, when we were growing up, we know Russia had been the bad guys on the entire planet. To find out today now, the 32 countries cannot deal with Russia anymore. So America recognized that. They said, there must be peace. But Europe refused for that peace. So this is why you talk about the frozen of the Russian assets that is frozen. They want to give it to Ukraine. So you know what's going to happen when you give their money to Ukraine? They're going to come after you. So I think this is where we are. That's why you said that they don't want peace. Because the moment you take their money and you say on Ukraine, I mean you army Ukraine to go after them, then what happens? They will retaliate on you because you now become direct involvement. This is where we're heading. So they don't want peace. And as they think it dragging on, they'll get everybody involved.
Okay, Padore, you've been in the security force before, and you see two people at loggerhead, and then you go there. Instead of you making peace, you hang off the other man. You put a hand behind him, you hang off him, then you let him be exposed to the other man. You think that's fair judgment? Is that fair? Is that fair justice?
No. Basically, as a law enforcer, you go and meet two person affecting the person that dominating the fight. You count that person first and make sure that that person should not be dominating the other. But provided you who coming there to take the peace initiate, you are the one that orchestrated the fight. What do you think you will do? When you are the one that orchestrated the fight. Because you see, the point of the matter is that's why I said initially, we don't fabricate story. We see how things happening, we hear what people see, and based on that, we analyze our opinions and make it to the audience. This war should not have started in the first place. If you look at the history of the Ukraine war, from the information we got, we were not the organizers of the European, I mean the Soviet Union or European Union. But we heard it from those that did it when the NATO were starting to be organized, when Soviet Union were disintegrating. Before the Soviet Union decided to leave somebody as a member of the Soviet Union, statements were made, communication were written, and assurance were made, most especially by the American and the Western world, that certain element within the Soviet Union will not be tested. And one is Ukraine, because Ukraine being the place where Soviet Union were keeping most of his nuclear weapon. And also it's in the vicinities of a place where close to Russia capital. So for this reason, he said those areas like Romania, Poland, and some other areas, if you don't want to join EU, they can join EU. If you don't want to be NATO, they can be NATO. But Ukraine will not accept for Ukraine to be. And agreement was made and it's signed. So all of a sudden, they started to lobby it. First, initially they started, but the first man who was the president was a Russian-speaking of Ukraine, were overthrown by some form of strategies employed by the West. Since then, things have not been normal as usual with Russia and Ukraine. So, but the blessing part, Mr. Chilople and Mr. Linford, in the whole thing, the man who is the president of the United States of America today, if he have not done anything good in his whole life, I think what he's doing right now is one of the best. It's my personal opinion that he's now advocating for the escalations of this war, because the consequences will now only start to Ukraine. It will spread up to everywhere, even with the innocent people that's roaming around in Europe and some other areas in the world might likely be affected. So based on that, that man, Mr. Trump, said he's not supporting the war and the war should start. Even the money that the people are saying they're taking it to give it to Ukraine, he make a comment on it as well. There's a videotape to that. He said the European Union should not do it. The Belgian prime ministers have made a statement, said that if he initiate or endorse it, there will be something to do with his character, the Belgian character. Because their money then, they are in the viewer bank within the European Western country. When you take this money and give it to Ukraine,
we're going to detail. We're going to detail of the thing. The only question I asked was whether the action where they want to take Russian assets and freeze it and give it to. So there's a video to this, and we're going to play this video so that at least we can know what seems the Bottomline Liberia is not saying the Bottomline discussions. It's not saying that there is division within the EU over this, but we want the viewers to listen to this video and analyze it for themselves. When everyone will be thinking that the EU will be standing as a unit to try to end this war, or to say, okay, the whole nonsense too much now. No, let all the EU countries go behind Europe, Ukraine, and fight Russia. But they are not doing that. They are all saying Ukraine continue to fight and will support you. But we don't see the physical support. And then somebody say, no, we should not send people, but let's seize Russian money and give it to Ukraine. So and some people in the EU feel that is not feasible. So we are not saying that there is division, but we want our viewers to listen to this video and hear and analyze it for themselves whether the EU countries are together or not. So here's a video. And by the way, the video is not our work. We got it from the internet, and this is the president of help me, Paul.
Hungary.
Yeah,
Hungarian
president. The Hungarian president. He's called Viktor Orban.
He's the prime minister of Hungary.
Want more? He wants more guarantees for the frozen. Guarantees for what? The whole idea is a stupid one. To take away the money of somebody. There are two countries which are in war, yeah? It's not European Union, Russia and Ukraine. And somebody, European Union, would like to take away the money of one of the warriors party, and then to give it to another one. It's a marching into the war. So the Belgian Prime Minister is right. We should not do that.
They have to direct you out the budget.
Okay, you heard it clearly. The man is saying this is a stupid idea, and I'm saying exactly what he said, right? This is a stupid idea. Two countries are fighting. One of them is not even an EU country anymore. Okay, it's Russia, and the other one, Ukraine, is in the EU. Then you want to go as EU countries to take Russia money and give it to. What sense does that make? So does that mean that the EU is fighting Russia indirectly? And besides that, what is the sense in it? If you do that, then you are marching us into war. Because if you do that, Russia too got friends. It's okay. And remember that some of the EU countries, they got some assets in other countries. And some other countries may be the friends of Russia. And they will say, okay, we'll take your own money too and give it to Russia. So where are we going? So, Paul,
before you go further, leave for point of correction, Ukraine is not part of the European Union.
They're not part of the European Union, but they are in a NATO, and then the EU is also backing them.
It's not part of NATO as well, Ukraine.
Yep. Okay, I agree. Yeah, it's a slippery slope. It may, on the papers, it may appear that they are not part of Europe. So why is NATO backing them? Because NATO, if you really the laws of NATO or the rules of NATO, the reason why NATO countries are together is if you attack one NATO country, all of them will come to fight for that particular country. So if I'm not part of Manchester United Football Club, why would somebody put a jersey on me to go play for them? If I'm not,
So Linford, this is the hypocrisy in the war.
Yes.
Excuse me. The thing is, Ukraine is not part of EU. Ukraine is not part of NATO. But NATO is the one that instigated the whole thing to use Ukraine as the pawn to fight Russia. But then when they started bombarding Russia, they were coming up with the thing that Ukraine will win the war. But then what happened now? When Russia decides, okay, this is NATO, we're going to take the fight now to them. That's how Ukraine started. They started bombarding Ukraine from all angles. So you see now, because NATO, the 32 countries that support Ukraine, make it 33, they've been defeated. They've been humiliated. So the only way out, and the Americans are smart, that look, the way the thing going, the level which is going, is going to be bigger than what we thought. So let remove ourselves. Euro take the burden. But Euro don't want to come up and say, look, let's move the shame from our face, the thing in. But they still want to continue the war. And that's what Victor Herbert is saying. If you take Russia money and give it to Ukraine, the two of them in war, that means you're dragging us into the war. So the Belgian Prime Minister was smart, said, look, if we do this, we get the money. The money is safe in Belgium. If we give the money to Ukraine, Russia will come after us because we have given that money to Ukraine and we don't want to be there. So this is the situation that they face with. Don't give the money. Let's find a solution to the problem. Resolve the war. But some of these groups in the EU called themselves the coalition of the waiting that want to be the peacemaker and also the arm provider, which Russia is not accepting. And this is where we are. So they're actually pushing for more trouble in Europe. That's what Victor is saying. I'm not part of it. Belgian president is right. The prime minister of Belgium is right. Don't give the money to Ukraine. If you give the money, you drag us all into the war. And that is true. So if you give this money to Ukraine, if you give this money to Ukraine, yes, if you give the money to Ukraine, what happened? Ukraine going to buy more sophisticated weapon, and the war not going to stop. And if that weapon hit deep into Russia, what happened? Belgium will be hit because it comes from the money was given by Belgium. So you see the smart thing.
Russia too, like I said before, they got friends, and some of those friends too. Some of the EU countries or the NATO countries that are doing this thing, They got some properties there too. They can shut it down and say, in fact, everything you get, you're not getting it by again. Your factory will close it down. We will operate, Russia will operate now. It will be for us. So what will happen? They say when you pull rope, that single rope that you pull in, when you pull it, it will begin to pull the bush and even pull the trees. So, but the question I want us to just ponder on, nobody get an answer for it. Let us just throw ideas across, right? Do we see or do we foresee much deeper division coming in the ranks of the EU over this particular money business or asset business? What do we expect happen? And
but the division, the division have been there. If you see, Hungary get their oil from Russia. This, I think Slovenia, one of them also get their oil. They still want to do business with Russia and they just want peace. But it's the Western European, there's 3 countries in particular that is behind the thing. That the UK, France, and Germany. They are the main forces behind this so-called coalition of the waiting. It's those countries. Germany, we know why they're there, because they were humiliated by Russia during World War II. So Germany is still better. So anything regarding, say, Germany will back it. So those are the 3 countries. Remember, this is power. Great Britain was a superpower once upon a time. They don't have it anymore. And all of a sudden, Russia now is that power. So it's all India business in it. They are better. France, the same way. So look at it. Now you have the NATO president who come from Holland. They all just better. So they keep pushing the thing. And Trump is looking and say, look, if you don't want peace, then you sponsor the war. And you don't have the money. All of these countries in Europe, for some reason, they're going bankrupt because of the war. Because they can't fund it anymore. That's why they're telling Belgium, let's give Russia access to Ukraine. Because they already decided to sponsor the war and they're not getting money anymore. So this is where we're going. So there will be no peace. They already divided. And that division may be at some point. And what happened now? Russia will end the war at its own time. When they finish capturing everywhere they want, they build a buffer zone, the war will end. EU will not help, they will not end it.
Okay, Padre Paul just said something that Russia might want to end the war at their own given time, right? When they shall have capture the area that they want, that they feel are sufficient for them, then they say, okay, we finish now, we want for war again. But do you think the EU countries will be satisfied with that if Russia probably end the war because they think they got enough territory and then they build buffer zone? You think EU countries will settle? Don't you think they will continue to pour money to Ukraine to fight Russia? Even though Russia will say, well, we are stopping the fight?
At this moment, what Russia is trying to do is to get full control over the Donbas region. The Donbas region is mainly Russia-speaking areas in Ukraine. Majorities of the population there, they are Russia-speaking people. So what Russia intend doing now is, because they already got the Crimea already, one of their full control, no argument on that. The Donbas area, when they get the Donbas area, they might like to start the war. And the European will not be happy with that, because what they wanted to happen, it did not happen. But here is the situation. The backer of the European Union is America. The administration right now in America are not in favor of the continuation of this war. So obviously they have to stop it and just hold it as it is. Maybe somebody become president of the United States who's supporting their idea. They must start it again. I don't know. But for now on, they will definitely stop it, because they don't have the hand to carry on the war. You understand? Because Russia got country that they are not even howling and they supporting him broad-based will. Publicly they supporting Russia, like China and this place,
North Korea.
North Korea. They even send the manpower. North Korea sending manpower, and China is sending them equipment support and stuff and things there. And China is a superpower. So obviously, Russia's got some chance to continue the war for another 10 years. But the Russian main objective right now is the Donbas area to get it Donbas, and so be it.
Okay. Well, we all hope to see what will happen at the end of the day. But we're going to be transitioning pretty soon. Let me just welcome a couple of people that join us. Hansen Hammer, also B Massacre Kamara, Blima, and Kamara. Also, we want to say welcome, Ambassador Jema M. Colley Jr. Welcome to all of you. This is the Bottomline Liberia discussions. Just in case it's your first time, we want to say welcome and always make sure that you be a part of the discussions. But we're going to be transitioning soon. Before we transition to Liberia, we just finished our foreign news. This is what we do. We always start from the foreign front and give you all of the happenings that occur on the foreign front. Now we're going to be transitioning to Liberia, but we'll take a short break and we'll be back.
You're watching the review of Liberian newspapers' headlines that made news during the week on the Bottomline Liberia. Please join us every Tuesday and Friday at 7 p.m. Liberian time, 8 p.m. UK time, 9 Central European time.
Okay, welcome. Now we are going to Liberia. And so you know that everything we'll be talking will be about Liberia. For the Lord children, tell me, what's happening in Mama Liberia?
Well, Mama Liberia is quite interesting, Link, for absolutely. The president of Liberia had an interview today at ELBC, your old radio station. And what happened today? The government spoke a lot, and a lot came out of that interview. We'll be looking at that, and then also we'll be looking at some little social issue in Liberia. That the revelation 2 days ago by Mandela Cooper, my own refugee sister, the most beautiful refugee woman, came up with the thing that she's now married to the speaker. We'll be looking at that. But just yesterday, Mandela Cooper also told us you're married to a Senegalese that was made ambassador of sport. So what did she do with this guy? Which I want to find out. The question is Mandela Cooper a gold digger or a classic gold digger? That is the question. So want our audience to chime in. She is the political advisor to the president, and she have her own political party. So anything regard politician, public glory, although it's not our business, but this is quite interesting. On my own county woman, Mandela Cooper, my own girl sister, the most beautiful refugee woman, is she a gold digger? Let's have a conversation. You muted, Limpa.
Yeah, sorry guys. I will always mute myself because there's some small noise around me. I love that. I love that. And we want to make a disclaimer. The video that we're going to play about Mandela Cooper is not our creation, number one. Number two, so the owners of that video will take a credit. Number two, this is social media, and Mandela Cooper is government official, political advisor to the president. If the president will have to take any political decision at all in his administration, there are few people that he will talk to: legal advisor, the political advisor, and I think maybe the justice minister, and few other people that are very close to him. So Mandela Cooper is not just one master walking in the street. It's not just one private citizen that somebody will say, oh, this is the woman's private life. Nobody should go in there. Nobody should tell us that Mandela Cooper's decision can affect the entire country, because she is what political advisor told the president of the Republic of Liberia, President Joseph Numa Boakai, from her own mouth. And Mandela Cooper did tell journalists that my name is Mandela Cooper. I am a political advisor to the President of the Republic of Liberia, President Joseph Numa Boakai, and I am also the spouse of the Speaker of the House of Representatives. So it's from the horse's mouth, and we are discussing it because Mandela Kupo is a political figure. Mandela Kupo is a top government official, very close to the president. Her decision can influence the opinion of the president. So let's hear from the horse's mouth.
Somebody's asking your name.
Oh, my name is Magdala Cooper. I'm the senior political advisor to His Excellency Joseph Numa Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia. But I also happen to be the spouse of the Speaker.
The question is, as we all know, there is a Senegalese guy who is youth ambassador for Liberia. One, I think Jebui or Jebui, something like that. And this guy was supposed to also be married to another woman who is a friend or who was a friend of Mandela Cooper. And Mandela Cooper got married to this guy. And this lady was also complaining that Mandela Cooper did take her husband. And while the issue was still ongoing, this guy got appointed. This supposed to be husband of Mandela Cooper from Senegal got appointed in the Liberian government by President Joseph Numa Boakai. Apparently, quote unquote, through the influence of Mandela Cooper, because I know this Senegalese guy had never done anything, any great job in Liberia that the president knows about to appoint him to a position that Liberians should be holding. And all of a sudden, we have not heard anything. This thing went on in social media for a while. We have not heard anything about this guy. We don't know his whereabouts. We don't know. So they say silent means consent. So all along, all Liberian people will believe that Mandela Cooper will say the wife is this guy. And the guy is still receiving the Liberian people money as his pay for doing the job that he's doing, appointed by the president. Then Mandela Cooper wakes the whole country up with this great news that she is now what? The spouse, meaning the wife of who? The Speaker, Richard Kun. And again, to add another flavor to it, this thing, Richard Kun, he too had problem with his wife. We understand they were on some case and somebody sue somebody. Either he sue the woman or the woman sue him. Okay. And all of a sudden, pictures came up with a traditional wedding. They were in a traditional clothes. So I believe that it was traditional wedding because they didn't have this wedding in the church. So nobody knew about it except that Mandela Cooper broke the news. So what's going on here? Who's cheating who? Who's taking whose wife? Who's taking whose girlfriend? Padoli, talk to me.
Thank you very much, Linford. First of all, we have to look at the characteristics of these dignitaries in our country, the so-called dignitaries. The man who is the head of the legislators, the lower branch of our legislature, he is behaving very irresponsible. A lady who is a senior political advisor to the head of state of our country, she is flipping from one end to another, not stable. So it's very scary, to be realistic. You know, when you are in certain position in public sectors, your behavior is supposed to be calculated. Your way of doing things should be vetted properly. But if you begin to behave like a street girl or street boy, it's very scary. That's one that I see it happening between Mandela Cooper and Speaker Kun. Speaker Kun and his wife, they are in court for many reasons between them, and they having that problem there. Mandela also went to where court, as you just said, we heard it, seen with, sneak somebody husband from them, and that activities were going on, that grooming were going on, and declare herself as a wife of that man. We didn't know what is the outcome of that marriage at this stage. So I don't know whether the man will sue her for breach of contract, because both under the law, to be honest, the man have a right to sue a woman when he divorced. A woman also have a right to sue a man on the divorce. So I don't know whether the man will sue this particular woman for breach of contract and he will go to court. I don't know. You leave it then because whatever position that man have through the influence of this woman. So if you're out with this man, this Senegalese guy, I will sue Mandela. First of all, reason is my previous marriage, she caused it to be jeopardized. Now she has let me off for whatever reasons. And I didn't.
Pardon, let me just call you already there because I know the law. There is no law that will hold Mandela Cooper. Because if the guy know that he was married to the woman, why did he leave his wife and jump behind Mandela Cooper in the first place?
Yeah, there's a law. There's a law.
Yeah, so how can he explain that? Anyway, we're not going into that. We're not going into that. So
I
just
would tell you. Yeah, I would tell you there's a law that they may have a right to sue Mandela so long if it is having the marriage and the relationship was legalized between them. And Mandela if he sees the cause of this marriage being broken, the men have a right to sue her. There's a law. Ask any lawyer, they will tell you.
The law is there. The law is the law.
The law is the law.
The law is the law. But Paul, tell me, the way the whole thing is tangled like this now, the guy, this Senegalese guy and his wife, their own case, we don't know how it ended. Because his wife was still complaining that Mandela Cooper took him away. Then all of a sudden, this same guy now, we hear nothing about him. Since that time, everything cooled down. And then, like I said before, all we know, they stay together because, the guy is appointed, he's working for the Liberian government and getting all that huge salary, and Mandela Cooper too. And I mean, we hear anything. They only to wake up and the woman can tell us that she married to Richard Kuhn. So, is she still married to a Senegalese guy? Or what? That's a question when a journalist will ask her, but I probably something happened.
Linford, this is my river Jesus you're talking about. You see, if there were men, they would say the man is one of the best players. But Taylor Cooper, she have the talent. She's one of the best career players that you look at. She play her card, she play her game well. And this is how I see it. And that's why I ask the question, is she a gold digger? This pretty woman, she always catch the big fish in a way, if you look at it. So, I mean, let's get a woman the credit. And she's going to teach a lot of young girls how to play the game. If that were men who say, damn, they got a big player. But on the other, flip the points around. She understands the game. She know how to play her game. She cut her card well. Whether she got married to that Senegalese traditionally when she snatched her friend man or divorced in a way and then went for Rachel who budget just been increased overnight.
Okay, let me hold you there. You continue.
Wait, what I mean?
No, yeah, but okay. You said it when I go digger. So let's Senegalese guy, what did he really have that you think should go deep? Because she rather give the guy a job.
Well, you see, this is the classic thing. I make my president to appoint you to a big job. I control you. This, I mean, look at the woman. Women naturally they control the home. And now maybe that money was not enough. It's my own analysis on this. I'm not saying that's what she did, but last budget, Rachel Kuhn was 1.2 million, and now the money went up. Who? Guess what? Mandela Cooper is in there. This guy, if you look at Rachel Kuhn, and if he didn't have that job, look at Mandela Cooper. You think on earth you'll go with that guy? I mean, let me logical in the thing. I say she's a classic player. That beautiful girl woman is a classic player. So if this guy is not speaker tomorrow, no more big budget. She could be marrying Linford tomorrow when Linford win the millions. So just watch it. I mean, I love the way she play her game. She quiet. Now, what made her smart in the whole thing? She was the one that announced it to the public that, look, I finished kicking the Senegalese guy off. I got another big fish. If he does not deliver, I will kick him out. And then maybe I'll get Joseph Boyka. This is a classic player. You cannot take it away from her. I mean, let's give the woman the credit. She is good in her game. So that Senegalese guy is done.
Our hearing some gossip from the last administration. Was that true?
What last administration? George Weah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she got a baby for George Weah. So it's not a hidden secret. I mean, let's give the woman credit. Look, if you're in the company of Mandela Cooper, the moment you see her, then you know that Liberia get beautiful women, and no doubt about it. And that's my own refugee sister. You in the midst, so think on it. Let's give but the only thing I will say on the part, the test on it, that really her position, that position she in, she can advise the president politically that Joseph Boyka could take us to war. Think on it. You see, if you look at China, Russia, and other countries that have this thing called the Petrol Bureau, people like Mandela Cooper will not be on a higher seat because of clandestine behavior. She can be moved or manipulated by anyone that wants information. That's the position. That woman should be sacked. She cannot be advisor to the president with that kind of dubious behavior. So, for example, we're in problem with Guinea, and Guinea sent one of their millionaires to get information, and she know this guy get money. She'll be quickly influenced to go over that person, and he can get information from her. So her job, they should sack her. That's my opinion, because you cannot be in that position and be playing games like that. So what kind of information the Senegalese got on Liberia that we don't know? Because she's in there, she'll say what she want to say. This is the point. She should not be political advisor to the president. But I love her style of playing game. She's a good game player. Man, that gave the woman her flower.
Right. Point of information, Mr. Linford. This lady, the Senegalese guy, is a former professional player for Senegal. So the guy have not been a layman also. After the relationship with Mr. Weah, that's a guy she started going on with, because the guy was now a little potato as well. So giving the guy this position as a sport ambassador for Liberia it was influential by her because of her relationship with this guy, and this guy being one of the professional players for Senegal. He's a Senegal national. So, like what Mr. Chilopi just said, this lady is not stable person. The position she holding in that country, which is Liberia, and with the kind of character she have, I don't think she's supposed to be in that place where she is right now, because she can leak any information to the foreign agent for material purpose. So for this reason, the president of our country, which is Mr. Barker, I don't know what kind of personal relationship they have, but he need to look at that. But the regime speaker, he also is another from opposite human being, because you can be having issue with your wife that you marry and you stay together for many years and you have some children. The case is still in court. Then you flip in to go and do some secret marriage somewhere, which is very, very scary. But however, the Liberia, I don't know what the Liberian will see, because many people are setting up for the next general election to kick their speaker out completely from the House of Representatives.
Okay, everything we say here is fair enough, because this is government official. If Mandela Kuba was just one lady who is making her business, Liberian people not paying her, she will be private citizen. But this lady, like I said before, her opinion on any issue, on political issue, can change the whole game in Liberia and Paul. So I think we are fair enough to give our opinion on the issue. We are not experts on the issue, but we are fair enough to give our opinion because this is in public glare. Nobody gossiping about her. We are not gossiping. She said it herself. The journalist asked her, somebody asking for your name. And what brought in about her being married to the speaker, nobody knows because they didn't ask her for her name. And she gave her name, then she turned around, she gave her title, then she gave her marital status. So what do you expect? She put it out there on the social media. So that's why it's trending socially. So nobody's digging into her private life. We want to say welcome to Anthony Gay and also Yumotro Asiru Mensa. Welcome. You are always here and we want to say welcome. We appreciate you. Paul, we're going to go to Liberia. Today, the president of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency President Joseph Nima Boakai of Foya, had a long, almost 2-hour interview on state-owned radio station ELBC of the Liberia Broadcasting System. Now, some of what the president talked about, he talked 2 hours, quite long enough, and he covered a wide range of issues. But a few of those things we'll be talking about. And one of the main things that journalists asking about today was the project, the so-called Mana River project that is going on in the president's hometown. Foya was what the president talked about. And Paul, you had an opportunity. I didn't listen to that because I was traveling today, so I didn't listen to that interview. But you listened to it. Can you just brief us briefly, and then we'll go back to a few excerpts that we have, or not video excerpt, not audio excerpt, but just some clips from right up, and we'll be looking at that. But just take us through, drill us through. What are some of the things that caught your ear?
Well, the thing regarding the FOIA issue, this story has been around for over 6 to 8 months now about this project in FOIA. The government have been very quiet on this. The misinformation has come up. The public have their own view on this project that it was Joseph Newman Burka retirement home. So the question was asked today, where he talked about the situation in FOIA. And to our amaze that Joseph Burka said initially he was not aware somebody started this project unknown to him. Now, and he said it was the Mana River Union project for security reasons because there were conflict in the region between Sierra Leone and Guinea. So they were building this place that would be a peace center. But the question now, if you're the president of Liberia that were elected and somebody started a project in Liberia without your consent, without you knowing, this is troubling. So the Joseph Burka lied to the public because he cannot be president, and they asked him on this issue, where is the funding come from? He said Liberia and Mana River Union, but nothing has reflected in the budget that money has come from that regarding this project. So this is the mystery question. So Joseph Burka now open a Pandora box that will have people thinking, were he lying to the people of the nation, or have they got their hands caught in a cookie jar? Because the speculation is a retirement home. So how can they get out of it? He open a new Pandora box. So talk to me, Linford. That's what I heard from that interview. The FOIA thing really caught my attention.
Okay. Thank you so much. We'll put it up. But if you go back a few months ago, when this project started and it came to public notice, I think the Deputy Minister of Information, Daniel Sano, came and he made a statement. When the press impressed him, he said, well, that was not official. It was not an official statement from the Minister of Information. Then how is it that the president is coming out to confirm that Indeed, this project is a Manor River Union project. But let's read and hear most of what he said, and then we'll go to Padoli to give his view. Here it says Monrovia, meaning the story came from Monrovia, right? Or the writer was based in Monrovia. It says President Joseph Numa Boakai has dismissed, meaning he has denied, claims that a multi-million-dollar villa project under construction in Foya, Lofa County, that's the home of the president, is intended for his personal benefit, insisting the development is a Manor River Union MRU peace building initiative and not a private undertaking linked to him, President Boakai. He went on to say that the president further clarified that the initiative did not originate from him and was launched without his knowledge. Sorry. It is not a Joseph Boakai project. In fact, it started without my knowledge. You can go there. There is nothing in my name, he emphasized. Boakai's remark echo earlier comments by Deputy Information Minister Daniel Sano, who also described the development as a Manor River Union project rather than that of a government of Liberia private undertaking. Final cut. The other one, the prints are so small, I can't read it. But I mean, the main meat here is that the president outrightly denied that this thing belongs to him. It got nothing to link him to. Okay. But the funny thing here is when Daniel Sano made a statement months ago, or a few months ago, not too long, and then when the pressure mounted, he denied it again. He said that was not the government of Liberia initiative. So how can the president is now coming to go back to the same thing that Daniel Sano, who is the Deputy Information Minister for Public Affairs, denied? So it said something is happening somewhere here. Is it because of the public pressure, or is President Boakai intentionally lying to the people and denying things that people will know? So what if, in the end, these houses tend to be the president's property when he retires? What should the government of Liberia, the next government of Liberia, do? These are some of the things I want to be talking about. Padoli.
As I always say it has, I see it. I was just reading the contents that was put out about the president denying being part of this. But to be realistic, our leaders in that country would take too much advantage over the citizens of the country. Because the president or head of state of a country cannot sit down openly and say that a source of pressures undertaking in the country in the name of the Manor River Union that he is now aware until the activity started and reached a certain level. When the public make a lot of comments and crowd to know what is going on, then he come out to say he had nothing to do with him. It's a Manor River Peace Initiative, Peace Building Initiative, which is a bloody lie. But if our professional journalists, as I said before, that really want to get to the bottom of the issue, the Manor River Union that the president is talking about, our journalists, the investigative journalists, have a right to go to the headquarters of Manor River Union and requested for their projects information, whether they have any projects going on in Guinea, in Sierra Leone, or Liberia or Africa, because that is the full country as part of the Manor River Union today. It was a 3 country before. Africa just joined it. So the investigative journalists, they have a right to do. But at the end of the day, Mr. Chilopoulos and Linford, what will be the outcome, even to get a fact that the old man lied? What will happen to him? Nothing. So the only person that can easily punish social attitude is when God bless the country with good leaders, we have the good intention for the nations and have feeling for the country, take over after Mr. Barker's leadership to punish social attitude. That's the only way things like that was. Because if Barker was a good leader, what job we are administration did to the country, that makes the country's infrastructurally and legally and whatever, they should have been in court by now, but they have not done it. So he said, "Hen are going to the cookie jar." So the next government, if the next government be a responsible government, they will be able to rectify this kind of unnecessary error. That's
Okay.
how I think this thing.
Actually, you will call it error, but yeah, Paul, yeah, Paul, you can come in there or close up on it.
Yeah, but Linford, this president was elected to lead the people. Our Paul Cholope, the Lord Cholope in his government, will not start something regarding maneuverable union without his consent. Let's be clear on that. Nobody will start a major project in the country without the president's consent. When he said he didn't know, so who started it? And who's that person? Why is that person not behind bars? How this person got the money to start that project? It's not true. Joseph Barker is lying. He's aware of how it started, where the money came from. He's not telling the Liberian the truth, because that is a major security project according to him. Anything regards security. Joseph Barker is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the Republic of Liberia. So he cannot tell us that there is a war going to happen between Sierra Leone and Guinea. They want to build a peace center in Liberia, and he's not aware. That is a bold lie. The old man is a liar. That's how I want to treat it. It's a bold-faced lie. He started that project to live in it. He got caught, and now they turn it into something. So the journalists need to go to those three countries, Ivory Coast, Guinea, and find out where the funds came from. Because Joseph Barker said it's been funded by the 4 countries. Now, nothing in our budget to show that funds came from there. So where that money came from? That is the question. Where the money came from?
They say, when the young girls are not pregnant, you're just wait. Something we can. It was but let me tell you one thing. Does this president know the danger of what he's saying? I mean, the political affairs of people there who the Mandela Cooper, who running behind me from one minute to another. I would say that freely because we all see it. That one in one saying it. She also said it. Married to Senegalese, her baby by Georgia, married to Senegalese. She then divorced, then she married to Richie Kun. Or maybe the next time they ask her for a name, the next time, maybe tomorrow when she will show her new boyfriend, even though she said married to the Senegalese and Richard Kun, she will call one. Then, when the interior the person had the assassin, they can make it, then the woman confess. Maybe. But on a very serious note, does this President Joseph Numa Boakai, does he know the danger of what he's saying? I will lay it out and explain it. Number one, this is the president. Let me put this in what Anthony, let me see what Anthony Gay wrote here. Now, he said, the host president was not informed by the so-called MRU project in Lofa County or in Lofa. Do you agree with President Boakai that he was not informed or not aware of this project? Now, let me just expand on that. So this woman is telling me that Ivory Coast, Guinea, Sierra Leone, they just put the money together, they came a program in Lofa and start building the project there without informing him. So this woman is telling me if there is war coming from Ivory Coast, Guinea, anywhere, you just say that in Montreal, he doesn't know anything about it, and we can crush the whole government. Is this woman telling us that he's not capable of doing a job that people have been saying that he sit down and sleep all day, all people run the government because he condemned himself. Now let's go back to his previous statement on Ellen Johnson Sirleaf that he was an old park car, old race car parked in a garage. Why wouldn't Ellen Johnson Sirleaf park you as old race car when you are not aware of anything that goes on around you? Now that you are president, under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, you are vice president. Now you are president. Somebody broke ground on your land and build houses there. Big compound, not even to say the person was planting one tree, but the program and build big compound. You say you don't know about it. So what if your water coming? You sit and tell us the Liberian people, I don't know about our water coming. You protect yourself. This old man is unqualified. Liberian people, when people were telling that this old man is unqualified, this old man cannot be president, and you people say you're looking for experience. Now you'll see that. This is my personal opinion. Okay? This old man is unqualified. This alone can undermine him. This particular statement he made, he is not a leader. This old man could lead this country to disaster. And when time comes, you say, I don't know. This old man, when we're coming out, they say you can't tell big old man or people say they lie, but the old man tell story. let me polish it. The old man tell story. Because how can you tell us? So are you lying are you accusing the other 3 countries of just walking on your land and building home without your consent? So how in fact
Linford, hold on.
Yeah.
Expand on this. He said he was not aware. Then the team magistrate asked him where the funds came from. He said it came from Liberia, Guinea, Sierra Leone, and the Africa coast. But he was not aware, but then he know where the funds came from.
Yeah, and so who approved the fund to go from Liberia?
Exactly. You see?
You see, to buttress what you got and say, if it is a country like where you and I, the way our president behaves, if it is a country like where Linford and Paul and I live, but now the impeachment process is going on.
Of course. He will not be offered by money. No.
Yeah. The impeachment process is going on to be impeached because if the president cannot be aware of national security situation until you reach to the middle of the situation and where they have the national security money in the area, and the president is telling the public that he was not aware for many months up to quite recently, that is an impeachable offenses in a civilized government. But Liberia, that's just Liberia there. So that's what I'm saying, and I will always say it. If you go ready to feel for the country, you will bring in somebody good to rectify all this kind of nonsense. Because it's been happening from the Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf time when her children then dish up the people money, the country money, and lavish it any kind of way. She says she take the responsibility and nothing happened to her. Because of the immunity, the so-called immunity we give it to our president. On John King, he bailed for this some more condominium house. Up to present, he have not tell anybody where he got the money from to build this property. So the old man Baker doing the same thing, for God's sake. It's a serious matter, brother. To be realistic.
And you see, this is difficult to talk, but sometimes I let you talk it. The thing they say not how to circumcise snake, but who will hold it head. So now something can seem very simple, but people are afraid to say it. No, you know the reason why the military is taking over in most West African countries? That's they got a law that they made in our country that the president can commit any crime, can do anything bad. Once the president can do nothing to him, the country can do nothing to him. When he leaves or she leaves, she can do anything she wants, or she can live any life. You can do anything. That law is spoiling the country. So Ellen Johnson did it. Nuka went broke. She took responsibility because she didn't want her children to take responsibility. She said, I took responsibility as president. You can't do nothing to me. George Akin, he broke on the million in short time. And Boaka was saying, I'm watching it. That's why Boaka was rushing. He said he could ride wheelbarrow, he would do anything, he would dance with the devil, just to become president so he can pay $1 too. And like people, you're not thinking. You'll say, oh, we want experience. This old man has been in government for complete, or he said for 45, 50 years. And tell me, so he has experienced all the bad thing in government. He knows everything compared to I, Linford, who is a novice. If you made me president today, the first thing I'll think about my name, I'll be afraid. I say, oh, I want to do good job by the Liberian people so that they can like me. I will not do crook thing the way they owe me. Who in the hell, even the children they're playing behind the horse, the leader for them. If they doing something, that leader will know. Yeah, nobody is somebody stupid like with babies. You can't tell us that 3 other country and build project. You know about it. So tell me, if you are coming take that land, you are cutting that piece of land to attach it to Guinea or Sierra Leone, you say you know about it. I mean, you think somebody stupid? Now, Liberian people, the woman is telling you you're stupid. Okay, that you will tell you something like that, and even my 2-year-old child would not believe it. Okay, I will not tell my 2-year-old child somebody can throw your pair of shoes and carry us out. I don't know when I had the door key, when I supposed to be washing the door. So Liberian people, now you know. And that thing they talk about God can't help us. No, God can help us. You're more thing. You're before God help you gotta help yourself. You can't sit at that time to vote, you go vote stupid way, and you're elect and rogues to come run your country, then you say God can't help us. You think God can what to do if there is God. God said get tired, you can get tired sometimes. Because God know you get sense. How many times God will help you? Ellen then can did it. You're sitting there, it went. So we are did it. And the same God, you're praying to the same God trying to help you. At least he kept breath in you to live so you can think, put bring in your head. You're still doing the same stupid thing. Then you're saying and say, God can help you. The next person God will bring for your head, they will start selling all of you as slaves, saying you are not learning sense. So no. So to guys, our time is over almost. But I mean, let's put it in your nutshell. This thing here, why do you think they owe me look at Liberian people and lie to them like this? I mean, let somebody tell me the reason why.
Yeah, the reason is that's the kind of idea we embrace in our society. People that come always fabrications, lie, misleading statement in them. We give credence to social people. Someone who will be there to tell you the truth. Because the similar thing just happened quite recently. The regime's speaker, when they were doing their flamboyant Rima routines, then people were living in the hotel on the expense of the taxpayer money. The citizen did not have the gut to go and root them off from there for 7 months. For God's sake, for 7 months. Nothing, nobody go and tell the people, what the hell you people doing here? And when we letter you out to do piece of job for us, you're not doing it. So, what do you think the president will do? The president knows nothing will happen.
Linford and Padole.
Yeah.
The question you asked, Linford, you can hear me?
Yep.
The question you asked, the Pape have been lying to Liberians for long. It's just that we Liberians, we don't do our research. Joseph Burkall first lied to us that he and his mother walked from Foya to Morovia. Then he went back and said the mother was disabled. Back in the days, they would say cripple. To walk from Foya to Morovia. That was the first lie. Then later we got to know that Joseph Burkall actually graduated from Kenema Secondary School, which is equivalent to high school in Liberia. So Joseph Burkall has a high school diploma from Kenema Secondary School in Sierra Leone. Then he went to CWA, spent 3 years, graduated, and have another diploma degree. So he's a person with 2 diploma degrees. But he didn't tell us that he went to Kenema School before going to Liberia. He lied to the people, said he and his mother walked from Foya to Morovia, and he entered in CWA. It's written on the Executive Marshal website. So when he visited Kenema High School, the beginning when he took over New Day, this was the thing that was published in the paper. You see, the Liberia elect President Joseph Boyka is, you see, he's at his alumni association, which
the
is
Liberia president elect Joseph Boyka is an alumnus of the Kinema Secondary School.
Yeah, alumni of Kanaman Secondary School.
So, and he told us already that he wore from 4 years, but nobody knew that he graduated from Kinema High School, so he got a degree. So that's the first lie. So the old man have been lying to the Liberians for years, but they never work it out. He got free pass with everything. So this bold-faced lie that he came up with today, it just exposed this man. There's a guy who lied on Mr. Cummings called Obey. In 2017, Obey came out with a newspaper in Sierra Leone. Joseph Boyka is not broke. And Obey today, he supported Joseph Boyka. But what happened in our newspaper? They said that under the early-led government, the most corrupt government, Joseph Nima Boyka built $25 million estate in Freetown. I will put this up. And this man said he have never taken a dime from Liberia. There was Obey research. That's the newspaper there, carry it. The article is there that he built an estate in Sierra Leone. So this old man said yes, he was parked car, he was this on Eddie, he had not taken a dime from Liberia. It's all lies. So how did he get 20 million to buy estate in Sierra Leone? The newspaper is there. It's almost like Daily Observer. So all of these stories that came up, we Liberia, we failed to do our research to investigate who is this vice president. That is the thing. He been lying.
He lied that he didn't know Mr. Cummings, somebody that he knew from Sierra Leone, and somebody that he was in the CPP with, and he said he know the man. So who are in the CPP? Who?
CWA. They were together in CWA.
Yeah, but he said he know him.
Yeah.
Okay, forget about CWA. CWA about a long time. But what about the one in the CPP? The man student equation. I don't see the man before. The man your main pillar temple just say I know him.
So Limpo, you see what I'm talking about? The old man have been lying. So the other lie he came up with, it left with Roland Sear and all that do investigating journalism to go to Mano River Union and dig out this story. Where did Joseph Boyka got the money from? Because it's not showing in our national budget that we're bidding property in Foya in his backyard. And he came and make the thing look so nice. For peace sake, we'll be meeting there. He can drive from Sierra Leone, he can drive from Guinea to go there. Only if he come from Africa Coast, maybe the president will fly. All that in a quarter with him. How on earth somebody will build security premises in your country without your knowledge? Who authorized it?
And Paul, let me just add a little to
question.
That. Let me just add a little to that. The great America, the great United States of America that everybody looking up to, that everybody afraid of. Even when they come to small country like Liberia to build their African, they always ask the government, say, we want to build it here. We not see America just go and start breaking ground in any country and start building. Even when they're building Guantanamo, they have to go through a proper channel. So the Ivory Coast, Guinea, Sierra Leone, we just come and say, you're forget about Wagaya, don't just go and break ground and start building. You might not even that mean. How does it mean? But like I said, the old man, he doesn't know the repercussions of what he's just said. He had damaged himself. Number one, he falsely accused the other country that they just walk in the country and start doing this thing. So that if any of those the leaders in those countries are thinking correctly, they will say, but the old man want to spoil on him to the Liberian people. And this could undermine him, but he doesn't know. Probably he's drunk with his power. But again, you can't blame the old man. Blame people like Mandela Cooper. Look at somebody like that. Yeah? Mandela Cooper. I used to have respect for the woman. I don't know. But just from a past certificates.
Mandela Cooper is already a good digger. As a people.
Yeah. So can you imagine? It could be that Mandela Cooper then went to Guinea, So then say you can build it, we'll tell the woman say that peace play, you can, but we are waiting. And I'm sure run this year and most of the guys will go to those countries and we'll get a real story. And Joe Boyka should not think that because Joe Garden did it, they passed through, they got 47 condominium and nothing happened. This one will catch up with him. And his own could be worse because he lied.
Definitely.
He lied about it that he didn't know. So saying, you know, then enough for you, if for the government will take it over.
No, but he said
Padole. If you follow Joseph Boyka, you study Joseph Boyka keenly. I met Joseph Boyka in 2016 at his office when he was vice president. We met twice. If you follow him keenly, do your investigation. The old man is a storyteller. He knows how to tell story. That is he's good at it. The old man told us today, he's not a politician and he's not a businessman, but he's a president. Who on earth, a politician, but he's president? The old man gets what we call this. He's a sweet talker, smooth talker. In the old days, that old man, he was on top of the game. He was on classic BM. Modern day BM, they cannot catch up with him. So he's a smooth talker. When he said with him, he got street talk. But his deliberation, if you follow 18 days, you find out that all his street talking, our grandfather, then when he telling us story in a village, that one of them, he good at telling story. He will make it look good, but he does not deliver. The old man told us today in that press interview that next year there will be over 50 projects going on in Liberia.
Ella will go to all the 16
everything that he said, we got our tape. And believe you me, at the end of the day, this old man, because we know they're not doing anything, they started with the propaganda, say the country is stable, Joseph Boyka doing well. They started setting that narrative. He's doing well. He's doing well. Because it's the propaganda that he's doing well. Because we Liberians, something just fundamentally wrong with us, that if we're following people, they're doing wrong, we said to become praise singer. But the fact is, the old man is a liar. Nobody, the word L-I-E, or lie is a lie. There's no way to sugarcoat it, say, oh, he faking all this. You lie, not abuse. Yeah, the old man is a liar.
Yeah, right now, could you imagine people on the principal street of Monrovia coming up with statement that the Unity Party is doing well. The becquerel was 3,500, now it's 2,500, and gasolines have.
You always find a few hands full of people saying that. That's funny.
People coming up with all kinds of street talk and things. But the best way this thing then can be rectified is to have some kind of decisive leader in the future that will pre-charge all these past criminals that kept the country to where the country is today. That's the only solution.
That's why the Liberian people don't want. But the only thing is a simple thing. The people, no, there are people in a clique. Once you have the two parties, CDC and Unity Party, they will maneuver the people so that they cannot have any good leader. Trust me. The only way, no. Sometimes, that's why I say, if you see in the other West African countries, military intervention taking place, not because the people just want to do those things, but because certain people just, they maneuver the system.
Yeah.
And then they don't want good things to happen. So the rest of the people can be sitting there, be suffering all the time. Now, I'm not saying that military should take away Liberia, we try with that thing there. But we can do a silent coup, which is in the ballot box. Because that one, the one I see people hurting about it, they say they went protest this and that, you waste your time. No, begin to talk to your people. Conscientize them that the day of voting is the day to protest. The day to vote is the day to protest. Because in that voting booth, you are not there. Nobody going to waste hot water on you. No police will go stand there with barricade. No police there will take you. You go there, you vote all the bad people out. When time for election result, when they see their own result, they will say, what? You see it? somebody got noise in the background. So instead of mobilizing people, you say, oh, yeah, please lower the noise. Somebody say, somebody say, I'm going to protest. You get people behind you, they beating them, they arresting them, putting in jail. You see police standing, they showing their muscle. That waste of time. In a ballot box, you are the politicians, you're conscientious of people. In a ballot box, that's the best place to protest, because nobody coming with hot water on you. Nobody will beat you. You're not walking the street hungry, and then somebody grab you and beat you and hurt you. You can't even go to the hospital. You go, you check that thing, John Brown, correct. Peter Mary out. And bring in new leader. But they see two parties. They are the problems in Liberia. That's why, no, let me tell you, if the day here ANC going to protest, you will not see plenty of police in the street. The day here, one of the other party going to protest, because they know. They will say, oh, don't put anything, they're not anything. But the moment you be here CDC or any paraphernalia of CDC, they will say, we went there. Because they know they know what happening between the two of them. Okay? So it is time for the politicians and you ordinary Liberians to see every time you say you want protest, which is your right under the Constitution, in Article 1 of the Constitution. They will waste water on you, they will beat you, they will violate you. You can't do nothing because you won't get gone. Okay? You won't get gone. So the people get gone, they will do anything to you. So the place you can have protests very easily with no sweat. And you come by and smile and your heart be glad is in a ballot box. You keep your temper here. All that protesting, you cool it down. 2029 is around. In 2026 already, they renew 3 more years. You're swallowing that bitter pill for 3 more years.
And Linford, you're right. You see, this is the time that the opposition community should really tell the nation that Burka is a liar. This is the time that they need to tell that man that the old man is a liar. He is a great liar.
Library seen it. They hear it.
Yeah, but the old man is a liar, and a liar is a liar. This is the old man that gave him all kind of conflicting stories. The first thing is they came up with how they call it, the thing called the arrest agenda. That arrest agenda, 2 years, we've gone to the 3rd year. Nothing about it has been delivered.
And they say adding new, he say adding more promises.
They say then he's telling us that in 2026 there will be over 50 different projects across the country. But the arrest agenda, Tim Majorate asking this question. In the arrest, they have sanitation. How come Center Street and other places are dirty? And he said, oh, he started giving an excuse that it can't happen overnight. But this is what a big Jefferson Kochi when you're city mayor. So you talk sanitation is your key in your arrest agenda. And the city is so filthy. What are you doing? They must give him time. They talk about job creation and say it does not happen overnight. That by next year, they're bringing all of the concession because they will give people jobs. For Christ's sake, I said the old man is a street storyteller, and Liberians need to follow him keenly. He does not deliver. This is the man that is a president for our nation. He only have cabinet meeting once a year. What kind of sound leader will do that? In my workplace, every Monday we meet as a team to discuss. A president of a nation, you get all the ministry director, you only have one cabinet meeting once a year and call the press. Is that a serious president? How on earth will you know there's a place built in Foya if you're not having meeting regularly? Think on what I'm saying. So he proved to not be a leader. So who in charge? If he does not know who built those property in Foya without his consent, then who in charge of Liberia?
And this is the question I was asking. So what if Sierra Leone, Guinea, and Liberia coming attacking also to take our land? So the woman will tell us, I know about you, you'll go take it from there. Yeah? Okay, You do know, but you don't know how the project started. You don't know who brought it, but then you know who funded it. The way you say like brought money. So who approved that money?
Yeah.
So that somebody again went to money from the national bank and went and give it to the person your build project. No, you see, let me tell you, they say when you la, go, there's a way that God can move from behind you. God can get tired. Now I'm talking, all the people they say like, bro, oh God help us get a new little that la. God not coming, go face one man with clay and something and potty and say, okay, you're the leader for you're the 10 people who suffering that you're supposed to know that you're suffering. Time for election, they see old people you've been putting there and stealing from you and telling you say you're stupid, that somebody think and build property on the whole country land. In that no, for your not job like a private farm to say somebody friend and get and built in there that our country. Then he the president for our country. Then he telling you that the other people can the politics that he know. Tell me, think about your own security. Think about your own security. That in the future, one country will can attack you. They will say, I know that people fighting. I don't even hear gun sound. So who the president? Who's the president? But you know who building the project, but your country can take money and send it there. Tell me, what sense does it make?
But Limpo, the old man
Paul, I'm not
not
hearing you
aware.
guys then. Can somebody
Go
can somebody help me?
Wait, I'm meeting.
He need to go out and come, move, then he'll come back. So what happened, Limpo? If a president is not aware of a project in his own backyard, behind his house, in foyer, not anywhere else, but behind his own house, and this president tells the country that I'm not aware of this. Okay, granted, you're not aware. But the president, because he lied so much, he knew the question was coming, and he came up with a statement today that he does not listen to radio. He only listens to BBC and EWA. So that means he's not aware of what's happening in the country. Think on this. How on earth a president of a nation that's supposed to read newspaper, listen to what the people think about you, but for him, he only listen to BBC and EWA at times, but he only listen to international news. So he's not aware of what's happening in the country. You buy that story? I said the old man is a good storyteller.
Welcome to the Bottomline Library discussions. Double para from Lufa County. You're telling old man library for us today. How who in the world? Tell me, you press it in my job, my man. Even we in our horses. Paul, you and your family then in the horse. You saw to be the father in the horse. Then something happened. Then you tell your children, me, I know. I know. So when who's supposed to know or who's in charge, and you are president, you get different people to advise you. You get Martina Cooper as your political advisor. That woman there, she cannot even be chicken poultry farmer, but she your political advisor. You got justice ministry, then you got just I call it legal advisor, Buju Benkeita. You got all these people here. So tell me, so nobody know about this thing and it happened. Then first they told Daniel Sano, go try and tell them say that Mano, let's see how do we react. When Daniel Sano came, they put fire behind, then you deny.
No, they said ECOWAS. They came out with ECOWAS from the beginning. And ECOWAS said, no, we know anything about it. So now they come with Mano River here.
Yeah. That's what happened, but as I said initially, gentlemen, we just have to pray for the country to bring somebody good that will punish. I know Limbo will always say, "Oh, pray."
It's not about prayer. I'm not saying nobody.
Prayer is very important, Limbo. Prayer is very important.
I'm not Adore. I not see anybody pray. They are hungry. I say I pray. They're full. Get for and eat it.
I agree, but what I'm saying, sometimes you can make people to have positive thinking.
No, when the people go food,
you know what I mean?
Then the
you can make people to have positive thinking.
No,
but Limpo, that Padole believe it. That Padole believe his prayer. Yeah, he's very hopeful. So Padole pray that one day we'll get a good leader.
Go Satana. Go
Yeah.
tired. You see, go tired.
Go not tired. Go not tired. Huh.
Yeah, go not get tired. Bwaka lie. That Bwaka lie. He even know that he know how to lie. He say he can't listen to radio in Liberia. He can't listen to BBC.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. So,
And but you know everything that happening.
Yeah, there is. I carry too. So
I mean, the old man can. So it just tell you that I said it here. How on earth, a president of a nation.
You're on the line.
Linford.
You're on the line. Some of you who listening.
You see what Linford saying? You see, Paul, you see what Linford is saying? He said we are on the line. So we are the old people. So that's what you mean. Eh?
No. I'm saying the people who on the live, people who listening to all, who know the president. You go tell him, say they get some kind of small group, small platform. They not build a spoon, but they can talk it through. They say you're not doing the right thing. You lie to the Liberian people. You're just think. Tell me, who will be president of Liberia that something will happen in your country? Yeah? You say, either three the people can plan. We say I just want three the people plan. But the people break ground in Nima country, not in Pong country, not in Foya, not even somewhere in Lofa, but in Foya, where Joe Bwaga come from. Then he say,
behind a horse.
Nobody in Foya can call the president and say, oh, Mr. President, the breaking ground, yeah?
You know, it's a lie. But you know, follow where? You know, follow where those that he can be telling them, they were listening to him, they were worshiping. You know, that's the kind of mentalities we have in our country. People worship the leader then like a god. Even the god is standing, the leader standing in front of them and lying that I'm not naked, and he don't even have a penny on him. The people say, yeah, that's true, the presidency. That's the kind of country you and I coming from. People worship their leaders there. These are some of the things. Otherwise, even the journalists that were asking him, and he was giving them, they kind of lie. They're supposed to even be there to say, but Mr. President, what made you think that we will believe that what you're saying is true? But none of them asked that question.
So Linford and Padole, when they asked him where the money came from, the journalist didn't follow up. Because in that room, they should have said, but there's nothing shown in the national budget of this project being funded. They just left it like that. They just called. The people that called in, they only called to do praise sinking.
Yes.
They were afraid. If that were BBC journalists asking him, so, but Mr. President, where did you get this money from? Where it came from? Why are you lying to the Liberian people? Be bold with this president. Tell him that he's a liar. The president lied. And you see, he took oath to protect the constitution of the Republic of Liberia. And that oath, it means you defend every one of us. So if somebody come from Mana Rebel Union, decide to put security center in your country without your awareness, that means you don't fit to be president. How come then who's in your government that is
immediately by the member of the House of Representatives or Senate?
Welcome, Dodi Davis and Eva Sifas. We are almost about to close, but like I said before, this woman has just proven to the Liberian people that he's not fit, because you cannot be president of a country and tell us say you don't know what's happening. So it means that you're just taking pay for nothing. So that different people doing a thing, that in your own town, in your own village, something happening, that even nobody in your village can take telephone and call you and say, oh, Mr. President, the people bringing here, then you're not fit to be president. It's easy and simple as that. Liberian people, you know that this woman is not fit. When people were talking to you, say that opposition, but now he's proving it. And like I said before, God, the same God patrolling and talking about, they go here, he can get tired, so now when you lie, he can move from behind you. The old man say he's so good to Fulham, I know they go to a wedding, they have to go get a ghost salt to eat.
Yeah, to get fat.
Then he say, here this one mother work from and Lofa in 2 days to get a memorial. The old man is being a corny old man. When he read to talk, he said you were before election, you were acting like he's so dead, he's so humble, you rap basketball, you dance with the devil. The woman tell you everything. Say, I will dance with the devil. Somebody who can dance with the devil. Eh? You think? Tell me. Nobody want to be near the devil, but the woman say you will dance with the devil just so you can be president for you.
Yeah.
But again, we'll leave it with you. You're the Liberian people. Our time is up. We'll leave it with you. Read between the lines. If you think that you'll be praying to one God to give you good leader to go and face new brand man, and bring it and say, you're the man of free the law. Jesus Christ King died for you a long time ago. That time finished. So you're on your own now. Anything you're doing now, you're fight for yourself. Okay? Until he can come back, you're fight for yourself. And you can only fight for yourself in the ballot box. All that protesting your leaflet, they'll be off for nothing. Go and protest in the ballot box. That's the only advice I can give you. You see, in Europe here, we don't go behind our leader, then we go fight them. Time to vote, we can vote easily. The vote is so simple. You go the party you like, vote for it, the man you like, vote for it, finish. Simple. Nobody coming to your home. And Paul, you know, I'm a journalist, so let me go to the defense of the journalist a little bit. You live in a country like Liberia, where security, your own security is in your own hand. Your own president lied to you about security infrastructure. He knew about it. Every day they find day by day all over the street. Nobody can, all the party they've been finding who have been caught, who are going to jail for it. Nobody. So you think one journalist will go and put his own life on the line and just be asking tough questions when they mark you? Tomorrow morning they can find you. So we are human beings too. I've been that. Yeah, I was a journalist on the front line. Drink water. No. There are certain things we just need to polish it, but certain questions you can ask. Okay? You can ask some question, don't ask. When you ask it, my man. By the time you leave that executive mansion, you be walking outside, you know you on your own. They can pick you up anything. No, it's a fact. So let me come to my
Leave I beg you don't come keep over here.
Let me come to the defense of my fellow journalists. So we can be in a precarious situation and people don't know. They say, oh, journalists, no, we get gone. Yeah? You think we get gone? The microphone we get gone.
Yeah. Sometimes you can be walking one jeep coming with tinted glasses and thing there, and just open the door and push you inside and go.
Well, I'm not saying that's what will happen. We are taking caution.
But Linford, you right, because like our topic today, right? What we're talking about, we're being honest here and being honest that the old man, he's not in charge. He tells us today that he's not in charge of Liberia because people build something of massive infrastructure regarding 4 countries and he's not aware. That means he's not in charge. So the question Liberians should be asking, who on earth is running Liberia? If Joseph Boakai is not aware of that kind of massive project, they call it the MRU, Minor Labor Union, building something on the land and he's not aware. Yeah, but then money came from Liberian government to sponsor it. So who running the country? Liberian should ask. That's a fair question.
Yeah.
Who's running the country?
And so when you push, we the journalists are here, you'll say you go ask a question. Now you walk in the street, if you didn't ask the president one question, and one of the security men ain't like a question. So the president may not be aware. But you walk in the street, then they just start say, "Gangster." They ask the president tomorrow. Nobody journalists. I know the men know about the whole country. Then are you know about?
Yeah, that's true. I agree with you. You know, there was a question asked from the somebody called and asked the president about police brutality in King George. He could not answer it. Oh, I want to King George, the place, the people. The question was simple. About police brutality on the protester. So you're right. If the journalist asking question like that, they will hunt that journalist, and because he's not aware of what's happening in his country, will he be aware of a journalist? Maybe because he does not listen to news.
No. He even know what's going on in the country.
Yeah, he's not listening to news.
Even Jonathan can listen to Fox News, he can listen to some the public can listen to the BBC. What BBC gonna do with Liberia?
Yeah, he doesn't listen to news. So that's tell you that he's not aware of what's happening in the country.
I'll call BBC and break the news to them that the Liberian president can only listen to them, can listen to their own news. I'll call them tomorrow.
Then the other thing that came over again, jokingly, somebody asking about football. I think what T Majrate. The Papa lied to the country, said he spoke to Arsenal football team that he asked them to bring Arsenal to play in Liberia. I read here, I got season ticket. I'm a member of Arsenal. I'm going to find out when last the Joseph Boyka called Arsenal football team to request them to go play in Liberia. He just want to bowl. The Papa is a liar. And when he said that,
Paul, where are you getting your story from?
Yeah, it's dead. He said it today.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So the Papa don't know. I'm a season ticket holder. And I will go to Arsenal to find out from the people when last the Liberian personnel called and requested Arsenal to go play in Liberia. So you can lie to the public like that.
No, but you see, the Papa know the group of people. The man say he get 45 years experience. So he knows the mentality of the Liberian people. All the things they are talking about today, tomorrow, all gone. Everything will be normal for them again.
Oh yeah, definitely. I said even before we started Top Show, Linford, few people that are total from Liberia. They say, oh yeah, even from Relay to Central Monrovia, the old man just brought a bus. We can ride it. He just about $50. Oh my God! He said the leg is scoring, everything normal. Could you imagine? I said 3 people are total there even because after Paul sent this thing on our chaplain, I decided to get some information from people before we come to the Top Show. These are somebody never seen. He said the old man is doing well. I said, for God's sake. Here you go.
No, by Liberian standard, let me tell you one thing. If a child is born today, you born your child today, just turn your face to the ground. Let him be there. When you want to eat, he eat on the ground. Anything doing, he be there on the ground until he become 20 years old. After 20 years old, what's that? Sorry. After 20 years old, turn him around and ask him, where is up? You know, he said, no, that down. You know down. So the Liberian people, no, I'll give you the typical example of one of the government official, Majabate. This is the guy who been in Liberia all the time. He know nowhere until when he went to Japan. I think probably he transited in Singapore. He was telling people that you can't drink bottled water in Singapore because you know that Singapore is clean. So I said, look at it, Charlie Bugo there. I was saying I was saying Liberia. He said, you will not believe it.
And he said the people can't even smoke cigarette on the Singapore.
Of course, you're totally not done. And that's a strong law. You in a flight, they'll begin to warn you. Do not chew chicle, do not smoke, do not carry drink in your hand, and all these things. Do not hold any paper. You see, so the people can law. And if you tell any Liberian who have not even crossed the border before, they say no, that's not possible.
Yes, so that's not possible, man.
Yeah,
that
so by Liberian standard, the 3 people he talked to, by Liberian standard, all they know, no. I said the other day when I got to the airport in Liberia, no. I sat on the plane for long. I started shaking my head. People, the other guy asked me, so what happened? I said, no, I got headache. I mean, that we got to Liberia, I saw the airport, all the things they've been talking, I thought the airport was changed. The people are looking at one. Hey, man. No, I got so discouraged.
That is the play that they like and go Atano.
I think let's wrap on now.
All right, gentlemen.
Yeah, wrap up. Let me just conclude on this. Liberians have brought upon themselves a classic storyteller, a man who can lie, be looking in your eye with the man who lie on his own schoolmate say, I don't know you. What does that tell you about him? Joseph Boyka is a liar, a good liar, and a classic liar. This man lied when he graduated from Kenneman High School. He came to Liberia, registered CWA, got another. So he's the only president in the world with 2 high school diploma. That to tell you, he's a corny. He Marco his way in Liberia. He went through all of this lying thing until he got to where he wanted to be. So that part of him have never gone away. At a very old age, he still lying to the people. That house, they were bidding it as a retirement home for him. But because it been in the news, this been going on for 6 months in Liberia, because he does not listen to Liberian radio, so he never heard about All his cabinet ministers, they also don't listen to radio according to him. So he didn't hear it. Nobody advised him. Mandela Cooper, who's going to be the political advisor to him, she there chasing other people's husbands, so she didn't tell him. So he didn't hear it. So this is the country that we face with. So the question is to us, Liberia now, if Mandela Cooper can tell him, the political advisor, what the people saying about him in the country, we're in trouble. The Butcher Keita, who is the another legal advisor, if he can write text or listen to radio while driving home to tell Burka, a Kula Fofana, who is the press secretary, cannot hear it to tell him, then who is the one in charge in Liberia? This is the question that we all need to ask. So I just want to close on a note. Joseph Burka had been lying to us. The lie have found the question with him. It's about time that politicians now start questioning him and putting him out there that it was mistake by electing a liar. The man with 2 high school diplomas that came to Liberia from Sierra Leone, he made his way through by lying until he got to the highest seat. So on that note, man, Merry Christmas to all of you guys, and we'll be here on Tuesday.
Thank you very much. To close my statement, in the same press conference today, they asking about why you don't listen to a local radio station and thing there. He said the reason why I don't do that because the people that can be on this local top shows, radio station and thing there, he said they can just be causing people. He said they can just be causing this instead of talking something with sense. He said they can just be causing. So for this reason, I don't listen to the top show. But how do you know that there are people that can be on the radio station the cause? Or you don't listen to it? You see, so these are the kind of leader we have. But I will always say this: we have to do everything possible to work on the modalities that will change the mind of the people to think wisely, to vote for the rightful person that would make sure that and transform our country. That country is a very easy country. Linford can attest to this because that country is a very rich country and very easy to develop, provided if you got good manager to manage the country very well. So have a lovely night, and I wish to be with you guys then next Tuesday. Thank you very much. Have a lovely night. Extend my greeting to your family.
Okay. Thank you so much, Paul and Padole. And we want to say thank you also those of you who follow us. For all of you that just joined us tonight, we'll be here again on Tuesday. This is Christmas week, and next will be Christmas week. So we'll be here to see the best we can. We hope something good will happen. But Liberian people, I got one advice for all of you. Listen, open your ears. If you have not been hearing before, please open your ears and listen to what your president said, that other countries came and broke ground in Liberia and built massive structure, but he know nothing about it. And guess what? It's not in my county, Bon County. It's not in Maryland County. It's not in Grange there, but in the president's county. And not only in your county, but in his hometown, Foya, unless the owner does not come from Foya. That he's president and people breaking ground, that even nobody in that whole Foya can take phone and call the president. I'm talking about security advisor because they know. But somebody in that time cannot call the president and say, "Oh, Mr. President, we see some street people, they're breaking ground at the building." You're off for trouble. You can't think. And all the protesting you're doing, you're leaving. You'll go protest in 2029. You'll go in a whether to have air conditioner in a voting booth or whether to have the window open where cold air can blow you peacefully, nobody wasting hot water on you. You're not looking over your shoulder, only you alone. Your power is at the tip of that pen that will give you. And that paper, your power right there. You can exercise, you can do all your protesting. Yeah? All the messages you've been trying to deliver at the mansion that they can allow you to deliver the beating for, you can deliver it right there. Just in a split second, not even 1 second, or split second. That's my advice to you. You open your eyes, Liberians. That's how we're going to leave you guys. We're going to take you home with this one from Liberia. Until we meet on Tuesday, my name is Linford, going along with Paul Chulupe, and Mr. Morris Yakuba Dodi. We're going to be back next week, hopefully with the full team. And please make it your duty to join us when we are here on Tuesday.
I'm a happy player. Right there, I enjoy me. I'm a happy player. And I get nobody. It's Floxy, baby. That's why the hits, that's why the noise. Oh, no matter what life brings at me, I will stay happy for my sanity. Oh, the jolly, 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 jolly on my mind all day. And I get tanto hate, and I get tanto worry. I'm a happy player, every day I enjoy me. I'm a happy player, and I get nobody. I'm a happy player, every day I enjoy me. I'm a happy player, and I get nobody. They can say I love you all day, but they can't see what's in front of me. Hey, I didn't know, say happiness is my routine. When they see me laughing, plenty